Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Matinee Show. Today we are going to see a rather different topic why Marvel Phase 4 is not up to the mark for compared to its previous outings of Phase 2 and Phase 1 and Phase 3. Like where did Marvel went wrong in this video? And before going to this video, I would like to say I'm also a big Marvel fan who has watched all these movies. Uh, so let's get into it without further ado. In this phase, except for Spider-Man No Way Home and Shang-Chi, none of this movie impressed me. When it comes to like series part, Loki and Moon Knight and WandaVision was good, and Falcon and Winter Soldier was like meh, not that good or not that bad. It was average from my side. The rest of the movies also didn't do well in critic side also as well as in box office side also. Yeah. So where it all went wrong? Cinematic universe, which took degraded superheroes like Guardians of Galaxy and propelled them into main characters in Guardians of Galaxy. Like what happened to Marvel Cinematic Universe? Let's check out. So if you guys look into like Infinity Saga, it has 23 films starting from Iron Man and ending up to Avengers Endgame. So before the launch of MCU, we might not know all of those characters. Especially in my case, I will like barely know Captain America, Iron Man, and Spider-Man especially, and that's it from my end. I have not known much about those characters, rest of those characters. So MCU took an unknown character called Iron Man. So not of not majority of them don't know like who Iron Man is. They took them as main lead of this entire cinematic universe and uh, uh, launched the cinematic universe. So this was a huge success from their end. So this led to Marvel strongly believe in their universe. Where, at that point, Marvel was aiming to bring Avengers to the mainstream. That was their main idea at that point. Which itself is a big revolutionary idea. Like thinking all those group of superheroes coming together and fighting against one is like one of the big revolutionary ideas, which I've never seen in live action movies, where all of them are focusing on a single hero. They try to think out of the box. So this led to Captain America movie, Iron Man Part 2, and Thor movie, and Incredible Hulk movie, which all led to the big Avengers movie, Avengers 1. So each set of superhero fans, whether it be Hulk fans, Iron Man fans, Captain America fans, came all together to make this Avengers movie a big movie, biggest and one of the highest grossing movies of at that time. Seeing the success of their phase one outing, they started to introduce little more new characters Bucky and Quicksilver, Vision, and Wanda into the cinematic roster, which all culminated into Avengers Age of Ultron, which is also a good movie, which took box office by storm and became one of the highest grosses of all time as usual. And also when it comes to phase two, they took unknown characters called Guardians of the Galaxy, which made them a huge hit, surprise hit at box office. And also, this movie took threads storyline in a cosmic level. Up until the point, we didn't see like any live action movies taking place in space. So this movie was a complete breakthrough, which also paved way through the Avengers to the upcoming series. In the phase three, we got to add more much more new characters like Black Panther, Spider-Man to their roster. Side by side, slowly they started to build around Infinity Stones and their big bad villain Thanos, who's depicted as one of the greatest villains, which threat or villain that universe is about to face. So they took 23 movies to entirely establish Thanos and their entire ideology throughout this 23 movies. So the main highlight of this Infinity Saga is that it's a linear story. So if you catch that Infinity Stone, you can easily navigate through this entire movie. So the main driving this Infinity Saga was Infinity Stones. So this entire phase, entire Infinity Saga can be split into three parts. One being an introduction, and second being an expand. Phase two being an expansion, and phase three being a conclusion. But when it comes to phase four, we can say it is multiverse officially starts off with seven series and six movies, like total 13 outings from Marvel MCU side. When it comes to live action movie, we had Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and Thor Love and Thunder. And also there's a report like the phase 4 still has like more 6 to 7 outings, which was officially was a rumor. Phase 4 is going to be ended in November, after the release of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. We had approximately like 15 to 16 in the 16 outings in the space of just 2 years, and in the phase 4 itself. So if we compare to the previous Infinity Saga, they had 23 movies in the span of 10 years to completely unravel the big bad Thanos. So in this phase 4, they took 20 like 15 plus movies and series in phase 4 itself. So we can see like lot of characters and lot of new characters have been introduced in this phase 4, with all being in a part of a major multiverse. But if we look closely into it, we don't have like an Infinity Stone in the Infinity Saga to catch and like where this movie is progressing. We don't have that guide to ensure that where this phase 4 is going. Up until this point, they have just teased Kang the Conqueror as a villain in Loki alone. Like in the rest of those 14 or 13 outings from Marvel side, we haven't seen much of Kang as any like any reference or any post credit scene. So like it feels as a fan like we are not seeing enough of villains, or like where this phase war is leading to. Also, for some, it might feel like a fatigue from their side because they're watching a lot of Marvel's kind of shows and movies, and they like there's no reward system for them. Like there should be something for them to watch. Like all of this in phase 4 is like an introduction, so they are not getting used to it. Back in this day when Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame was released, it was like a huge festival in our, especially in Marvel fandom. I took personally I took leave to watch Marvel's Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. You can see like how much of a big festival was the Avengers Endgame and Infinity War for our Marvel fans. Also, like one weird thing which I noticed is was that like in the space world, like all of the villain characters, the heroes, the superheroes are trying to change them into a good character. So if you look into it, Spider-Man No Way Home, like the basic premise of this movie was Peter Parker was trying to save all those five villains from getting killed in their universe. And in the Shang-Chi, we can see like his father turning into a good person in the ending. And in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, we can see Wanda turning into a good person. Like you can see, and even in latest out in Thor Love and Thunder, we can see God the Butcher turning into a good person. So like we can see a pattern, like all those villains are turning into a good person. So you get it, like all the characters are changing into a good character. So it basically feels like we are watching a same movie, but with a different characters in it. On the contrary, if we look at Infinity Saga, like villains are treated as villains. Be Loki, who is a god of mischief, he is a villain in that Infinity Saga. And be it Thanos, he is also a villain who's merciless and whose ultimate aim is to reduce the population of a planet to 50%. So like they didn't change into a good person eventually. So this is the bad person and they have to die. So that's what it's all about. Like why all villains should get turned into a good person. Like let villains be the villains itself. Like why are they trying to change a villain to a good person? So that's my like weird understanding like what's happening in that. And also, like one thing, if you guys noted, we have been through like 13 MCU outings in the space of 2 years, but none of them addressed what Loki has done. Loki series has done, like a multiversal branch split. We didn't even get like addressed. Like there was no reference for multiversal split in either of the two multiversal movies, like whether it be Spider-Man No Way Home or Multiverse of Madness. It was portrayed like those mistakes happened due to Doctor Strange's misspell in Spider-Man No Way Home. Like there's no reference whatsoever, like what happened in Loki series. So there is no reference for Kang, what multiverse split happened in the Loki series. None of that was like, referenced to any of the Marvel outings. So as we as a consumer watching all those series was like kind of felt like what was the reward? Like we watched like entire series, but there was like no Easter egg or references we can see, or like we can say that this we are see this in a previous movie. Like we haven't got any of those in this phase for so like a lot of references are missing in in this phase 4 itself. And also which also thereby reduces the repeatability factor of a movie. In Infinity Saga, you used to watch a movie 1 or 2 times to understand the Infinity Stone and like little bit Easter eggs. But if you look into this Phase 4, like there is no reference of Kang splitting the universe into two, or like any of those previous things happened in Loki series. So like that's a big backfire from as a fans. We feel like there should be like some kind of references of what happened in Loki that was like left abruptly for season 2, which is going to be premiere next year, sorry. For example, if a person hasn't watched WandaVision, but if he comes into theater and starts watching Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, he could at least understand Wanda has lost a child, so she's trying to find her. So there is no like purpose of us watching WandaVision. The entire character of WandaVision was like she's accepted a mistake and she's trying to be a good person. That was the entire character arc in that WandaVision that was completely thrown away in this Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So you can understand like what went wrong in the Phase 4. There's no linearity in the story play. Like if my friend asked me like if I want to follow Phase 4, uh, we couldn't suggest you can watch it in this watch order, because there is not much references we can say in phase in Infinity Saga. You could refer like you could watch in watch order. Like you can see this stone here in this movie, like Mind Stone, and like that you can see in Infinity Saga. But in this phase we haven't seen like any of those things happening because majority of thing has origin in this phase 4. And one more thing, which I didn't like personally, is that gender swapping in this movie. Like I agree with Disney's inclusiveness and progressiveness. I'm not against it, but the way they changed Taskmaster in Black Widow movie as a dumb person, which I really don't appreciate it. Because like in animated series and Spider-Man, if you take an example, they portrayed Taskmaster as one of the threatening villain who can imitate what and his opponent is doing. In this Black Widow movie, was Taskmaster was like completely useless. In this the Black Widow movie, like they completely thrown away Taskmaster as a character because he's one of the coolest characters in comics. So that was really I didn't like that. So coming to the conclusion of this video, MCU is trying to build something big in uh, in the name of Secret Wars, Secret Invasion, Secret Wars, but like there is no coordination between those things which has happened in Phase 4. There's no linearity in story play. All those things are happening in different timelines, so which is get confused as a general audience. So they should rework in such a way that movies and series have a same coordination, and like they should bring a situation where as an audience, we should watch both series to understand a movie. So that would be much rewarding for us an audience. So that's it from my end. So I have tried to cover all those things which has happened in Phase 4. And I know that Marvel and Kevin Feige will come back strong in Phase 5 and Phase 6. I strongly believe in Kevin Feige. But this was the thing which I felt personally in Phase 4 as a Marvel fan. So that's it from my end. Thank you guys ever for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe for more awesome content. Have a good day. Cheers.